You've heard it 1,000 times. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But what if the place you trust for breakfast is secretly serving you expired meat, dirty eggs, or, worse, food that's been stored next to the dumpster? These aren't shady hole-in-the-walls. We're talking about big names, chains you know, places you've probably eaten at this week. So before your next breakfast run, let me show you the 11 restaurants you should seriously avoid, and the disturbing reasons why. Number 11. IHOP. The International House of Pancakes is practically synonymous with breakfast. But lately, this house has been looking more like a health hazard. In South Carolina, one IHOP racked up a stunning 11 consecutive C-grade health inspections and finally shut its doors for good. Inspectors found flies buzzing around the dish area, 14-day-old ham in the fridge, and food kept at unsafe temperatures. Think liquid eggs and pancake batter left sitting at 57 degrees Fahrenheit. A physician noted that a C rating signals serious issues that could cause bodily harm, meaning you're at risk of getting ill from eating there. Even if your local IHOP isn't literally infested, you might be shocked by what's on your plate. Ever wonder why IHOP's omelets are so fluffy and huge? It's not just eggs. IHOP secretly adds pancake batter to its omelet mix. Yes, you heard that right. Your garden omelet comes with a hidden scoop of flour and sugar. This trick makes the eggs airy, but it also sneaks in extra carbs and gluten. Diabetic or avoiding wheat? That omelet could wreck your diet or even make you sick if you have allergies. IHOP does disclose this on the menu in fine print, but many diners have no idea. 10. Waffle House. Waffle House has a cult following for its no-frills waffles and 24/7 service, but its cleanliness track record is waffling. Health inspectors across the country frequently fail Waffle House locations for unsanitary conditions. For example, a Waffle House in Lawrenceville, Georgia scored an abysmal 55% on a recent inspection. The report was basically a checklist of what not to do in a kitchen. Inspectors saw an employee handle raw bacon, sausage, and steak with the same gloves, then start prepping toast without washing hands. Cross-contamination much? They also found workers drinking from open cups above food areas, dirty wiping rags used on tables, and even unwashed produce stored over ready-to-eat foods. Food was being held at the wrong temperatures, and chili from last night was still cooling the next day. Speaking of horror stories, one Ohio Waffle House made national news when a customer bit into his hash browns and found a human tooth inside. Health inspectors rushed in after the complaint. Incredibly, they didn't find the source. The staff claimed no one on duty was missing a tooth, but the customer's photo showed what looked like a dental crown that had ended up in the food. Waffle House HQ said they were investigating, but can you ever look at hash browns the same way again? Number 9. Denny's. Denny's calls itself America's Diner, but some locations have been serving up more than grand slams. Think roach infestations and other health code slams. In Charlotte, North Carolina, a Denny's earned a dreaded B grade score of 84 after an inspector discovered live roaches crawling in the kitchen and dead bugs by the food prep area. Customers had their meals with a side of insects, apparently. And it's not just one store. In South Florida, one Denny's was forced to shut down after health officers found 70-plus roaches, both dead and alive, throughout the restaurant. A Local 10 news crew who went to report on it had a door quite literally slammed in their face. The employees were that embarrassed. Denny's has a long history of health and safety issues. Back in the 1990s, the chain faced lawsuits for serving undercooked, unsafe food to customers. That era also revealed some ugly discriminatory practices which tarnished Denny's reputation. The company promised to clean up its act, but incidents keep popping up. 8. Cracker Barrel. This is favored among many seniors for its country charm and rocking chairs, which makes its recent safety lapses even more shocking. Imagine sitting down to what you think is an old-fashioned country breakfast, only to sip from your water glass and burn your throat. That happened to a man in Tennessee when Cracker Barrel served him a glass of EcoSan, a commercial-grade cleaning sanitizer, instead of water. The patron, thinking he was just quenching his thirst, ended up with severe internal injuries and permanent digestive trouble. A jury was so horrified that they awarded him $9.4 million in damages for the negligence. In this case, employees were using unmarked pitchers to soak soda machine parts in an EcoSan solution, and a waitress accidentally poured it into a customer's glass. It's an astonishing and terrifying mistake. one Cracker Barrel called Isolated, but it certainly makes you think twice about those complimentary table water jars. A location in Cleveland scored a 73 out of 100, which is basically a failing grade. The inspector found that the person in charge didn't even know safe cooking temperatures, a huge red flag. One employee was seen literally eating in the kitchen during the inspection, and another touched customers' bacon with bare hands. To make matters worse, the hot water at the hand wash sink wasn't working, meaning nobody could properly wash up. Number 7. Golden Corral. If the phrase all-you-can-eat buffet makes you both excited and a little uneasy, Golden Corral is the reason why. This buffet chain has a well-earned reputation for questionable food handling. In perhaps the most infamous Golden Corral incident, an employee in Florida blew the whistle on the restaurant by filming what happened just before a health inspection. The staff stashed trays of raw meat and even cooked food out by the dumpster to hide it from the inspector. In the video, aptly titled All You Can Eat Ribs, flies are seen swarming around hamburger patties, baby back ribs, and other foods sitting next to garbage bins behind the restaurant. The employee, clearly disgusted, says, "This is what my company likes to do to get ready for inspection. Put their food by the dumpster, then wheel it back in after." Golden Corral's corporate office fired that manager once the video went viral, but by then millions had seen how gross things got behind the scenes. Golden Corral's problems don't end at the dumpster. Buffets are inherently risky. One sneeze guard fail or lukewarm tray can invite bacteria. And indeed, Golden Corral has had multiple food poisoning outbreaks. Number 6. McDonald's. McDonald's might be the quick and easy breakfast stop for millions, a McMuffin and coffee to go. But behind that cheery facade of Ronald McDonald is a slew of health red flags. Let's start with sanitation. Not all McDonald's are created equal, and some are downright filthy. In Boston, a city investigation found over 125 health code citations across 7 McDonald's locations in just a few years. What kind of violations? You name it. Live roaches and fruit flies in food areas, burgers stored at the wrong temperature, a recipe for bacteria, and employees handling food after touching trash without washing hands. At one franchise, inspectors found workers not wearing hairnets or gloves properly. One was seen touching garbage, then immediately assembling sandwiches. Another McDonald's had such dirty conditions it scored 26 separate violations in one inspection. These aren't minor issues. They're the kind of lapses that can lead to serious foodborne illnesses. Even if you dodge the dirt and insects, the food itself can be a hazard to your health. McDonald's breakfast items are notoriously high in salt, fat, and calories. 5. Burger King. Have it your way, Burger King says, but if you care about cleanliness, you might not want it anyway from this chain's breakfast menu. Several Burger King locations have become infamous for foul conditions, especially in the morning hours when things should be fresh. In Atlanta, one BK was hit with a shockingly low health score, U for unsatisfactory, after an inspector walked in on a scene straight out of a nightmare. One of the workers had been digging through the trash can and then, without washing hands, went straight to handling food on the grill. Yes, an employee literally transferred garbage germs onto your croissantwich. The same inspection found 28 cartons of spoiled milk in the kitchen and a dead roach chilling in the refrigerator alongside the burger patties. It's hard to enjoy those French toast sticks knowing a cockroach died next to the syrup. The report basically told this Burger King to shape up or shut down. And it's not an isolated incident. Other BK locations around the country have been cited for moldy soda fountains, rodent droppings in storage, and staff not washing hands after bathroom breaks. If you see a grade pending sign or anything less than an A on that BK window, run, don't walk away. Number 4, Taco Bell. It sounds like a novelty. Waffle tacos, anyone? But if you value cleanliness, you might want to rethink that AM Crunch Wrap. A Taco Bell in Hollywood, Florida made headlines for a truly stomach-turning inspection. In 2022, this location failed its health inspection miserably when officials found live insects everywhere. We're talking flies buzzing around the kitchen prep areas, even inside the lettuce and tomato bins. Customers trying to enjoy a burrito were swatting gnats away from their tables. The most disgusting detail? Inspectors saw flies landing on the tortilla chips in dry storage. Yes, the chips that would be served to customers. It was so bad the Taco Bell had to shut down to fumigate and deep clean. No proof was shown that employees had proper food safety training, which explains a lot, the report snarked. This incident might be extreme, but it underlines a risk. Taco Bell's open bin ingredient line can attract pests, and if staff aren't vigilant, your breakfast Crunchwrap might come with extra protein of the six-legged variety. There's also the matter of what Taco Bell is serving up health-wise each morning. Many of their breakfast items are salt and fat bombs. The breakfast Crunchwrap, bacon, egg, cheese, hash brown, creamy jalapeno sauce wrapped in a tortilla, weighs in around 710 calories and 47 grams of fat with over 1,200 milligrams of sodium. That's like eating a Big Mac for breakfast, salt-wise. Number 3. Hardee's. This chain's hygiene and health record might make you lose your appetite faster than you can say made from scratch. Hardee's has flunked multiple health inspections for downright filthy conditions. One particularly outrageous case in Arnold, Missouri, ended up in a lawsuit. A mother and son stopped at Hardee's for a bite, and after eating, one of them headed to the restroom, only to slip and fall in a pool of filthy standing water on the bathroom floor. He was badly injured. Imagine hitting your head on Hardee's bathroom tile. No thank you. When confronted, the restaurant's supervisor admitted he couldn't remember the last time someone checked the restroom. That's an appalling confession. It basically means the bathroom, and who knows what else, hadn't been cleaned in ages. It doesn't inspire confidence about the cleanliness of a kitchen, does it? Indeed, poor sanitation is a recurring theme for Hardee's. Health inspectors have reported things like grease-coated surfaces, expired food, employees not washing hands, and even insects in food areas at various locations. In one instance, a Hardee's was found storing raw chicken above fresh veggies, a cross-contamination recipe for salmonella. So while those breakfast biscuits might smell amazing, one has to wonder what's lurking behind the counter.
2. Dunkin' Donuts. In May 2025, inspectors in Boston shut down a busy Dunkin' Donuts in Back Bay Station due to gross unsanitary conditions. And they do mean gross. The inspection found multiple rat droppings all over the place, soiled equipment, and a pervasive odor of urine near the back door. In total, 18 violations were noted in that one shop, including a live cockroach by the sandwich station, dirty floors with food spills, and even the main hand-washing sink being blocked by trash cans. If staff can't wash their hands easily, you can imagine how many germs get passed along to your bagel sandwich. The report also said employees failed to change gloves or wash up between tasks like taking out garbage and then handling food. This Dunkin' was in a busy train station, so thousands of unsuspecting commuters were grabbing breakfast from a veritable mouse house until it was caught. The video of a rat climbing on a tray of donuts at this location went viral, and Dunkin' Corporate had to do damage control. They claimed it was an isolated incident and closed the store for deep cleaning and pest control. Is it isolated, though? Not entirely. In 2023, a Dunkin' in New York City was similarly closed after inspectors found a severe rodent infestation. Gnawed product packaging, droppings near the donut case, the whole 9 yards. It seems some Dunkin' locations run more on rodents than on coffee beans.
Number 1. Subway.
Subway might not be the first place you think of for breakfast, but many of their shops open early with egg sandwiches and coffee on the menu. Before you grab a foot-long sunrise Subway melt, listen up. This sandwich giant has a dirty little secret. Actually, quite a few of them. Subway has gained a reputation among health inspectors as a frequent flyer for restaurant closures, more so than any other major fast food franchise. One report noted Subway shops were shut down 55 times in recent years due to health violations, an astonishing number. Cleanliness, it seems, is not always their strong suit. In one incident, inspectors found a Subway with a suspicious black substance clogging up the soda fountain nozzle. Gross. Meatballs sitting at unsafe, lukewarm temps, and tuna salad that wasn't cooling properly in the fridge. To top it off, an employee was caught handling money at the register, then immediately making a sandwich without changing gloves or washing hands. That single store visit was like a greatest hits of health code no-nos. Subway has also had its share of ingredient controversies that make you question what you're really eating. Your morning meal is supposed to energize you, not endanger you. Unfortunately, these 11 restaurants have shown patterns of health and sanitation problems that put diners at risk, especially for seniors who may be more sensitive to foodborne illnesses or have dietary restrictions. Choosing a safe and clean breakfast spot is crucial.
The next time you're deciding where to enjoy those eggs and coffee, remember what we've uncovered here. It might be eye-opening and stomach-turning, but knowing the truth empowers you to make healthier choices.